Hello, Tema is here. Welcome to the game of Endless Legend 2. Today I'm playing Dust Lords. Let's read what makes them special. Dust Lords. Escaping Auriga before it became an icy tomb, the Dust Lords set a destination across the stars for Sayada, a world believed to be endless sun-scorched deserts laden with dust. Upon arrival, Sayada's brutal oceans were a rude awakening for the knights, who still clung to the tatters of their chivalrous code. Most are only engrams awaiting their great suits of armor, but Consul Teabana hopes not just for reanimation, but renaissance. So, it is a race that comes to us from Endless Legend 1, where the action was happening on Auriga. They are living suits of armor filled with some kind of soul, so they kind of immortal. Their souls, I believe, is stored in kind of central computer, so they can be downloaded in the suits of armor whenever they want. They are a classic space bourgeois who literally suck the souls of the working class to be able to exist. So they consider this existence as some kind of curse, so that they have to prey on the livings to support themselves. So what makes this faction special? Dust is life. The lords do not require food. Instead, their population consumes and is created by dust. Their units don't heal normally, but you can pay dust to instantly heal them. So one of the 5 resources that we have, food, is just not used whatsoever. We are heavily focused on dust production, dust consumption. Ruling minor factions. Once a minor faction is assimilated, the lords can upgrade their villages by building a lord's estate, allowing you to enlist minor faction populations in your cities. Assimilation is a protectorate action costing influence and needing... I am not so sure about it. I don't think they need to put a minor faction under protectorate. I believe it is possible to build these things on just pacified villages. We'll see whether it's the case or not. Primordial Dust Lords. Primordials, the most ancient of the Dust Lords, are a powerful population that boosts the influence and dust production of Dust Lords inhabitants. Building the soul repository creates them. So this is a special type of population that we can have in a very limited amount, and it gives extra influence and dust production on all normal primordial lords. So it's basically like a multiplicative increase in influence and dust production on your population. So very strong. We start with 2 technologies. These are traits of AI. And Servants of the City adds 1 thrall unit to city's militia. So we have larger militia than normal. Militia are the army that protecting your cities. Sacrifice for the realm. In cities, the sacrifice for the realm action can be activated to sacrifice foreign populations over turns and create population from your faction. So our population does not grow with food. We either buy them with dust, or we sacrifice other types of population in the ratio 2:1. We need to sacrifice 2 other types to get 1 Dust Lord. Dust healing units can only be healed with dust, so we need to pay to heal our units. And every last drop, dust tiles provide more dust. Nightly husks. Haunted suits of armor, the Last Lords need no ordinary sustenance, but they do feed on dust. Still trying to live by their chivalric ideals and enamored by land and titles, the Lords do their utmost to reframe their depravities as their natural rights. So, yeah, they feed on dust, and they get dust by consuming like souls of others. So that would be the faction we play. We'll play on Pangea, on Large, on Endless. Now, whom do I want as my opponents? I don't want to put any aspects because they are just too friendly, and it's impossible to fight them in war because they have force peace action, so they can force peace on you the turn you start the war. King of Sheredin in my last playthrough were too friendly to my taste. So I guess let's have a Last Lord and 2 Necrophages. General settings, everything will be normal. So let's start.
Steward Leofric says we slumbered during that long dark night among the stars. I have no memory of time passing, only of the sense of purpose and the burden. The Lords remain prisoners of the armor that binds us and the dust that sustains us. Our mortality a long-forgotten dream, for we must consume, or else we die. Though we struggled against this dark fate, we still carry our old curse to a new home. But perhaps here we will finally rise above it. One day we will be lords of the Amber Plains again. With our fate in our own hands and our honor redeemed, whatever the price.
So, we saw in the cutscene how Leofric has revived the consul, the leader of Last Lords, whom we impersonated in this play. Resurrect the Lords. What world have we found ourselves on, Lords? Windswept isles, ancient mysteries, hostile inhabitants, yet there is dust here too. Our hunger is great, but our honor is greater still. Awaken, Lords, and claim our birthright. The music is a banger. So, we start in a very dust-heavy region. And usually we have time to walk around and explore before we place our capital. But in this specific case, the land around us is not guaranteed to be full of dust. So you see this, for example, is Greenland, so it produces food, but we have no interest in food. It is not even marked here because it's not a resource that we ever generate. So if I will start walking around, I might find that there are actually not so many dust tiles, and dust is crucial for me. On the other hand, I do need minor faction villages. So I will be getting my most of my, I don't know if most of my population, but a lot of population from the villages. So the more villages I have in the area, the better. So in the starting area, I believe you are guaranteed to have a village, but having 2 or 3 would be so much better. So we have a thrall. Thrall is our scout. So he has a trait of aware. He can look through mountains and forests. Infantry, cruel. When attacking a unit with damaged, ignores the defense of a targeted units. So, okay. Then we have stalwart. These are our first basic unit. Also infantry. Defense expert. When defending adds 5 defense. Leech and strike. When attacking, recovers health equal to 35% of the damage dealt. Which is very important for us because we cannot heal easily. In a neutral territory, we cannot pay to heal our units. So being able to heal as much as possible in the battle itself is quite useful. So I don't usually hire a lot of tier 1 units, but I think here I would actually have my first backbone army made of them. Then Duke Unwin Weybridge. This is our starting hero. Let's have a look. Duke Unwin had lost his way on Auriga, hawking out his services to whoever. As the end of days drew near, however, Unwin caught wind of an ambitious or foolhardy expedition to another world. Even a slim chance of curing the Lord's curse again was a prize worth pursuing, and with generous funds to donate, Duke Unwin joined the mission. Although Sayada was far from the world envisioned, Duke Unwin is dedicated to making the Last Lords a truly honorable society. So you see, this Duke considers his state as a curse and wants to be an honorable society, so wants to cure this condition, to stop being this creature that requires dust for living and consumes others. So we are determined. We have 2 determination. Heavy hitter, plus 2 damage per hero level on hero, which is always good to see. And console trait minus 30% specialization cost on unit. Now, determination is basically the most useless, I believe, attribute. So it will contribute to our damage, but like every attribute contributes to our damage. And then it contributes to these active skills that, being active skills, just deal much less damage than normal attacks usually. He's an attacker, so he can get extra damage. He can give damage to all the non-hero units in the army, which is very strong, and gets a bonus siege damage, which allows you to start to take cities faster. So, special skills. Chilling Coup de Grace. When eliminating a unit, applies Terrorized 2 to adjacent enemy units, which knocks them one tile back and removes the status after being attacked. When attacked by a close combat unit. Okay, I never tried this in the game. I'm not sure if it's ever useful or not, and now I'm curious. So when you knock back a unit from a melee range, do you do an extra attack of opportunity? Because that would be too powerful. Undying Will. When recovering health in battle, applies Inspired to adjacent friendly units. Adds 15 damage to them. 15% damage. And we will be recovering health in battle. That's the whole thing with the Last Lords. When we eliminate a unit, we heal all the units that are adjacent to the unit that has dealt the healing blow, and to the adjacent to the dying units, I believe. Slow rebuilding. When Gardener Curiosity restores health to all units. That is important for us. It's one of the source of healing in neutral territories. When attacking a minor faction unit, adds 5 damage. Can be useful fighting with neutral armies in the beginning. When using this active skill on itself, deals damage equal to 50% of the unit's max health. Now, that is interesting. So, area of effect circle. If I understand it correct, you do that, you lose half of your health and you do exactly the same damage to everyone. So a little bit suicidal, but combined with this one, when eliminating the unit adds 3 max health per unit eliminated, makes me think that the hero has potential to scale his health enormously and then just destroy the whole enemy stack. So if you're able to surround, like to get into the middle of the enemies and cast it once and kill everyone, and then with this skill, when eliminating the unit recovers 25% health, you will also immediately heal back. So I am very curious to try to see how far this thing can go. So Last Lord's heroes seem to be exciting. We start with the usual armor and hammer, nothing much. So here we are. If I were to place a capital, that would be a nice tile to do so. So 17 dust is a lot of dust, and here I would be able to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. So here I would be able to upgrade the, so I would be able to build enough districts around to eventually upgrade the city hall to level 3, which I wanted to do. So that is a good place to build a capital. But I want to explore a little bit around. We have a village, very good. And also Blackhammers are a good type of population, and it's a nice assimilation effect, plus 3 damage on unit. Okay, there might still be a village somewhere there, but maybe not. So I think I will be starting my capital here. So I will not waste turns walking around and seeing whether there are other dustful places. So that is a good place to start. So let's do that. And let's see what kind of quest they can give me. Hear the silence, Last Lords. Not good. Never so quiet since we left the king camp. We listen for the sound of armor, every one of us. I listen too. I'm in no mood to talk. You fear approaching armies, enemies? No. I fear that those who went out may not return. Scouting party left on my orders a dozen days ago, no news since. We can spare no one to search, so we wait. If we looked for these missing scouts, perhaps you'd be more interested in talking. I'd be amenable. We are alone here, Council Mierte Tiabana. Council Mierte Tiabana. And the world is full of dangers we do not understand. Even a single absence hurts. Painful is it to say, I believe they are gone forever. We are warriors. We sing the song of steel and beat the drums of iron. Blackhammers fight and win and come home. Those who attacked them may still be prowling these lands. Only gutless bandits could have done this. Punish them for us. Destroy gutless bandits, get Sledgehammer of the 100, which is a rare attacker weapon, and I have an attacker here, so this is a very strong start. I do want that. Hence we will begin the quest. We will see where are the gutless bandits. The gutless bandits are here, and we will attack them next turn. So let's look at the city. We have one population of Last Lords. They produce dust. They produce negative approval if they work as citizens. Why? Because they're bourgeois. They are knights. They are not farmers. Our citizens produce dust instead of food. Otherwise, seem to be the same. So let's see. Research. So we will have a lot of dust production if we do it right. What we will not have a lot by default is influence and science. And with dust I can buy population, with dust I can buy production, but I cannot buy influence and I cannot buy science. So whatever I do, I need to think about increasing my sources of science and influence. So that is a technology I have to research for sure. Soul repository gives us Primordial Dust Lord, gives us approval, and Primordial Dust Lords increase our production of dust and influence. So very good, definitely high priority. District works. Not the highest priority because we can buy a lot of production. Then we need that plus 5 science on Lord's Estate, minus 25 dust to healing cost of missing health on unit. So The Lord's Estate is what we build on top of a pacified village. And we want that for labs. And then we want that for forums. So we will be building mostly merchants' houses, forums, and labs. Works, I think, will be very secondary. So what do I start with? I think I will start with this because my current science income is 5, very low, and I'm about to pacify a village, so I will be able to build Lord's Estate very soon. Then I will build that, research and build, then I will do that, then I will do approval is good, so let that be the beginning. And we need to research 8 technologies, 6 new technologies to be able to move on to the next era. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's do the works as well. Although, maybe not. Okay, when we arrive there, I will see. Maybe I will reconsider. Now, since we build the capital, let's have a look at our specialization paths. So any scout can have a path where they get patrollers. So they add movement point to all units. Now he has 3 movement points. With that, he will have 4, and he will add 1 movement point to all the units in the army. And with the second level of specialization, patroller 2 adds 2 movement points. So increases defense, increases health. Alternative path increases damage, increases health less, doesn't give patroller, but gives coordinated attack. When attacking a unit with encircled, adds 15% damage. And then probably coordinated attack 2 adds 25 damage. So I don't think I will ever go this way. I usually use scouts for scouting. Let's see what are these guys about. So if we go with money, more health, more armor, and like significantly more health, and nothing else. If we go with this, we get more health, more damage, and steady blow. When attacking before moving, adds critical chance. So here finally we get into defense expert 2. When we defend, we get 10 defense, and here we get into steady blow 2. That is less of an obvious choice. Generally, when I have strong archers, I like my front line to be tanky, so I would go for in this direction to give them more health, more armor, and they would be just standing there and defending. I don't have any archers at the moment, and I don't think I will get them until the 3rd tier of units. So my front line will actually be fighting. So that makes much more sense. So I am interested in finding as much titanium as possible then. Okay, now, city itself. We can build an improvement, which will double our production, give us more money, almost double our science, and 1.5 times our influence. We can buy it for 238. Then I want to build a district here. It will be Merchant's House. This will allow me to buy this tile, which is 5 dust, which is also nice. Then I will build another one here. Then I will build another one here and another one here. These 4 districts will upgrade my city hall to level 2, which will double all these yields. Hey, it still shows that it gives for food. It will double all these yields and it will give me more population slots. So, okay. That would be the end of turn 1. So can I step in here, collect the curiosity, 15 science, awesome. It is 3 turns of my science. Here we have hydromill deposit. It is a luxury resource. We don't care about it that much. If we fight that, he will join the battle. Good. So let's do that. They are archers, so we want to run in their face as soon as possible and stay in the forests as much as possible. Unfortunately, there are no forests here, so I won't be able to reach any forest whatsoever. Unless I start them in the corner and let them come to me. You have 180 health, you have 135, 135. They do 40 to 50 damage, so they can kill one of my units. Instant resolution. Instant resolution is not bad. So instant resolution spreads the damage very evenly between 3 of my units, and each one of them gets almost nothing. If I start a fight, they will be focusing down one specific unit. They have opportunist, so extra damage for a unit which does not have any adjacent friends. So I will lose a unit most likely, because for example this one only 10 armor, and this one only 10 armor. So either one of them can be focused down with like 4 shots, and I'm pretty sure they will have 4 shots. So let's click on instant resolution. And I have seen this before. The quest is bugging out because we have killed the bandits as they wanted, but now there is another stack of bandits. That is not cool. How much does it cost to buy them? 450. Okay. Now we have cheaper healing, so we probably will do it. These are still exactly the same guys, so if I do the nah, that's a lot of money, I know, but I don't want to lose any unit. Ooh, this instant resolution is way worse. So I think if I didn't heal them, I might have actually lost the unit. Part of it is probably because we have so much forest in our way, so it would be difficult to reach them. What do we do? Let's try manual battle. So this guy would be able to go 1, 2, 3, and from here he would be able to shoot anyone. So if I step in the forest, let's see. So our faction thing is that we restore 25 health to adjacent friendly unit when a friendly or enemy unit is eliminated. Okay. You would go here. You would go here. Now they have broken focus because they are adjacent to melee units. Efficient against ranged. We can kill and we heal. Good, 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 good. Now you defend. Okay, no damage taken. You have done well. I can hear from your weapons whispers that the monsters who took our scouts have paid the price. So we got a nice weapon and we pacified the village. Okay. Unfortunately, it's only one village in the territory, but I see that there are 2 villages here. So I need to go in this territory and also some dust anomaly. So it might be a very nice place to pop a camp. This guy can heal for free money and go towards that village. So we can build a Lord's Estate, +4 money, +5 science. We would like to build it right away. Yeah, I think so. Transfer 2 Blackhammer's population of this village to the city. Chance of rebellion 10%. Cost 5 influence. 10% is a low chance, so we will click on it, and now we have 2 Blackhammers. Here they are. I will immediately eat them. So sacrifice for the realm, it will produce a unit of Last Lord, a population of Last Lord, and while I'm eating them, my Last Lords give more dust. So let's see, we have plus 27 right now. I start sacrifice, and we are plus 32. So it is 5 more dust probably per Last Lord. Okay, now we doubled our science production, so all of this research will happen faster. And we gain ourselves a source of population. This rebellion chance will be decreasing with time, so I will be clicking on it when I can get sufficient amount of population with low enough chance of rebellion. Okay, and it costs 150 to put them under protectorate, but my first priority is a camp in this area. This plus 5% science on cities is a type of protectorate I definitely want. As I said previously, my income of science is probably one of the weakest things I have. So getting more of science wherever I can is something very interesting. Okay, and sacrifice for realm stopped, and this is beginning of our faction quest. A fragile dawn. Since awakening of the world of Sayada, Consul Tiabana has felt out of sorts. Maybe it was the eons slumbering between the stars, or maybe it was the shock of Sayada. The ancient maps of on Auriga foretold a world of sand and dust, but the ocean world was anything but desert. Wild seas, windswept windswept isles, dangers in the deeps. Aside from her trusty advisor, Leofric, and her most loyal soldier, Duke Weybridge, the rest of the party are mere husks, soulless automatons masquerading as lords. Much must be done before Tiabana can even begin to grapple with the question of the lord's cursed nature. The only thing they couldn't leave behind on Auriga. Leofric, our first settlement, Dawnbreak, is founded on this harsh world. Yet we must not rest in our work. No rest for the wicked. This is the Leofric guy who revived Consul Mir Tiabana in the cutscene we saw in the beginning, Steward of the Last Lords. I am confident with an iron will we will conquer the basest part of our nature. We will remove the darkest stain on our honor. The day is a long way off, Consul. We have more pressing concerns, much as it shames me to say. For now, we must keep feeding on the helpless. Needs must, but you should be exhilarated, Leofric. It is time to visit the Lord's Archive, finally bring all the souls to the sanctuary of the capital. It pleases me, Consul, really. I'm just tired. Of course, sometimes I forget you've been here longer than any of us, alone, laying the groundwork while we slumbered. If it wasn't for your work, It was no hardship, it was my duty, and anyway it was but a sliver in the ample lifespan of Lord. Even so, I should not forget. Anyway, the expedition to the archive, I will rest easier when the souls of our fellow lords are no longer out there in the wilds. Objective, search Lord's archive, and it gives me one population for free. So let's see, where is the Lord's archive? Ooh la la, very far away. So we'll try to get there. Okay, this is a region with 2 villages. So would be nice to claim it as well. But absolutely no dust production. So if I place here my camp, yeah, I would be able to get some science, I would be able to get some production, but no dust. And dust is what's most important for me. Let's ask for the quest. The nerve of these surface types living on top of our land, stopping by to pry into our business. On behalf of the king, I'll ask you nicely to explain why you're here. We on Eroi don't much like visitors, meddlers, interlopers, or any of you skybrain types from above ground. Watch your words on Eroi. The last lords are not skybrained, but we do not intend to meddle. Could we speak with your king directly? As a matter of fact, last lords, you can't. The king is dining at the Feast of Dreams. Must be a fine feast too, because no one's been able to bring her out of hibernation for an age. A female king? How strange. Anyway, the sleeping is unfortunate. Some sort of illness? Yeah, that's it, an illness. And while the king sleeps, I'm in charge and busy. So maybe you can use that meddling skybrain energy to help us cure the king. I'll be grateful. There is an honorable legend about the Gem of Waking. Claims that it was stolen by those snakes that are hooks, and hidden in some heap of surface junk. This would have been an age or 2 ago. Mind if the story is even true at all. No on Eroi above ground have ever actually looked, but you could check out the rusty tower. Quite a tale. You believe this could work? Could be a wild goose chase, or you could find the gem and we wake the king. And this is a quest I like a lot, because it gives us pond pipes. +1 intuition, +1 might. Intuition is very good for all the heroes, because it scales the passive skills that improve your army's damage or defense or anything. It gives clans protection when adjacent to a friendly unit, free defense per adjacent friendly unit, so the hero becomes tankier. And it has Xavius Call. When using this active skill, a Pantinel joins the battle until its conclusion. So it is the ability to call an extra unit on the battlefield, which is extremely powerful, especially since in our case we don't heal that well, so having a unit as a distraction to soak damage is extremely strong. So yes, I do want to complete this quest as soon as possible, and I need to go in this direction. Okay, this army goes there, this army goes there, and hopefully we'll be fine. We need to be careful though, because I believe next turn the armies, the villages will start spawning neutral armies, and these neutral armies will start attacking mine. So let's talk to them. Deep thought. Take care, Consul Mir Taebana, you bring an ill wind bound to break against our high keep. Another piece falls into place, the grand mechanism that brings the world to ruin. We mean you no harm. Why do we worry about harm when the end of all things is coming? Now, know, last lords, that the dying of days creeps ever closer. We feel its shadow, the keening dark. When? How? You foretell an apocalypse, yet stay cloistered in this tower? my scholastic, and I foretell all. So I thank you, Consul Mirtibana, for offering to aid us in this lands beyond. For the reward, I have predicted what you wish for in return. I cannot divulge our methods to you, but a sampling of delicate confections would allow us to advance at tremendous speed. Bring a sufficient quantity to the high keep. We'll endeavor to do as you ask, Master Hodgeron Im. Your success is ensured, Consul Mirtibana. Supply us well so we may see the end. Destroy Solus Crabble will give us a unit, a range unit, and we'll pacify the village. Okay. 3 units are nice. Where is the Solus Scrabble? Here. I kind of want first to go in this direction. So, a bit later. But, look, we have another patch of desert here that produces dust. So I need to explore here a little bit better. But this is definitely not a bad place to settle. A camp with 2 villages, with dust, with science. We like science. So it seems that my capital city will take quite a nice shape. So I will still settle here as well to join the Oneroy. By the way, they give health regeneration on unit. How does it affect my last lords? Will it be just absolutely useless thing, or will it have some kind of translation? I don't know. We can try to check it later. Okay. Still nothing here. So, end turn. Ooh, green science. It's the first time I see their village. And we have a new level. Oh, by the way, equipment, yes. Let's give you this nice hammer. Let's give you that, although I don't think I will ever use it. And if we're looking at the skills, when gathering a curiosity, restores health. When attacking a minor faction unit, adds 5 damage. It's okay. This is just damage forever. Let's start with that, but then I will go for utility for healing. I have encountered another faction of Dust Lords. So they will also be probably interested in grabbing. Oh, look, this is an artifact. I need to grab it. Okay. No, here they are. I see. So first let's complete the quest. Now let's talk to them. Sun Shaper, dry, rocks, lifeless. You must not enter the garden, cousin. Why do you call here? A member of the Dust Lords from far beyond the garden, most unusual, and this is no time to chatter. The garden is sick, our work suffers, no time to waste on visitors. We are inconveniencing you? Every second away from the garden is a torment. The work is always growing, always changing. We must always be there to watch over it. Yet the blooms are dying. We are helpless. Cider's peaceful places should be protected, not left to fester. If you cannot live here, we could seek a remedy for you. I have known the waters of Sayada both parched and full, yet our soil has never been so waterlogged. The work will drown from its roots. Stem the unruly rivers that run riot in these lands. We'll do what we can for your garden. If every stream must run dry, so be it. The garden must thrive. Destroy intruders. Which intruders? Like, you've been talking about rivers and now suddenly intruders. Okay, begin quest. Intruders. Not sure it's gonna happen anytime soon. Okay. Maybe next turn I will be able to buy it. Would be nice. And turn. Soul repository. Nice. No, they bastards. That was very mean. That was very mean. Yeah, this is a nice place to put a camp, but that's their city. So it is a little bit far away from mine. So I would rather grab this territory and assimilate these two guys. Okay, still cannot do it. Now I need to be careful not to... Aha! So they are the bugs. I see. So we'll go there. We'll go here. I don't have money to buy the unit. And turn one more time. Let's move. Okay. I'm as surprised as anybody that you found the Gem of Waking, Consul Mir Tivana. A shame it seems to be in less than fine working order. But not all of our treasures are dust. Take this one for your trouble and a little dust besides. Least I could do for my new friends. So we pacified them. And now I got a very nice equipment that will help me a lot. Could attack them, but they have more health and more damage than I do because of endless difficulty. So I'm pretty sure I will get my butt kicked. So let us turn back. Put a camp here and try to fight these Solsks. Now I can afford to buy it. Okay. And turn. Oh, them I can fight. Quest: Ferocious Forest. As your troops pick their way through the forest, they come upon a glade full of freshly cut trees and dead Blackhammer warriors. Whatever enemy killed them has disappeared, and there is no immediate clue to what happened, but as they prepare to hurry onwards, a lone figure appears. Murderers! What have you done? These were peaceful woodcutters. Stranger, unknown Blackhammer. Even for your kind, this is an unthinkable atrocity. My soldiers have no blood on their weapons. There are no wounded. Stop your idiotic accusations. That's mean. Like, you could be more polite. For my troops, hunger, and you are alone. That's now a threat out of nowhere. Look at their wounds. They were crushed with great blunt weapons, not sharp edges. Well, what did happen? Find out for me, and some of the knowledge of the Blackhammers will be yours. Collect free evidence of blunt weapon damages, and it will give me 20 industry on the city. Yes, please. Okay, so I will have to cross their territory to get there. Why do they do such things? I think I can do better. So we will call for this dude. They have Blood Mending, restores 35% health to this unit and adjacent friendly units when attacking. 35% of the damage or 35% of their health? We'll never learn, because they're dead. Then let's immediately talk to them. Visitors, voluntarily, what a surprise. We're busy with the harvest, of course, but perhaps that's why fate has brought you here, to join the festivities. I don't quite see what you're harvesting. Ours is a special harvest, part of nature's grand cycle of life and death. The foundling's family takes flesh that is no longer needed and gives it a new home, a new purpose. If your family put all these knives away, we could speak more calmly. If there is a way to be friends without being part of your harvest, we don't have flesh, we are armor. It is not our tradition. Well, as our family grows, future harvests must also grow. To fulfill the promises of our community, we must guarantee a sustainable crop. Our family respects every living thing from seedlings to orchlings. Where many souls gather, we see opportunity to celebrate those lives by easing their heavy corporeal burdens. Provide a good example by building pleasing places for citizens in your settlements, and our harvest will be secure. The Dust Lords will, of course, be delighted. Have to influence improvements. Plus 10 food. I don't have any food. Doesn't apply to me. Wonderful. Our mission is to spread joy among all those who may someday join us. Their plus 15 health on unit is not bad. So if I go here, where I would be building the camp. I'll see. Grab that. Let's buy this. That will cost 55 and camp costs 60, so let's do that. Okay, then here I cannot build forums, yes, yet. Right, I have this. That thing I will probably build here, because I will want to surround it with districts as well to be able to level it up. And so definitely not here, but here I was thinking to put communal habitations. We will see. I can build it here actually, because I will have 1, 2, 3, 4 districts. I don't know if it can be upgraded to level 3. If it can be, then no, then it's not the best place, because this district will never go to level 2 until I join this territory, and I'm not sure if I'm joining this territory. So let's think about it for a second. Okay, I want to attack them. I want to build a camp here probably. This would be nice tiles for building labs. And then if they don't move, I would... Well, okay, I don't think I can actually take them on. 240 health. Our damage 68, 78. No, I might need a few more units before I attempt that. Acknowledge. I don't know why do they have to put it in others people territory. Console, we have secured the souls. Within the day they will be safely ensconced in Dawnbreak. Cheer up, Leofric. God's willing, soon the first souls will be transferred to their automatons. Imagine, by sundown, we might hear Marquis Gallardi prattle on about his Auriga war stories. I just pray the resurrection is successful. You worry too much, Leofric. Look how far your genius has brought the lords already. And we got 1 population. A fragile dawn. While Steward Leofric, the mastermind behind the lord's escape to Sayada, agitates over his resurrection method, Consul Teabana begins to plot the lord's survival on this hostile world. Pray tell, Leofric, are we ready to resurrect the first lord? Almost. I must finish some research. If we don't get this right, the Resurrection Lords risk being degenerate, incapable of living full and hale lives. You will get what you need, Leofric. Nothing is more important than reviving our fellow lords. Tell me. Then this is what I need to complete the preparations. Collect 3 curiosities. Gains the unit Marquis Gallardi. Failed resurrection. Consul's Guard. So this unit is the third upgrade, the third level of our basic infantry unit, I believe, but it has a problem. It will have only 1 health because it's failed resurrection, so it won't be actually that useful. And we got attacked. Let's run away. We ran away quite a distance. I am not sure we're ever coming back from here alive, because we won't be able to heal in this zone, and the next runaway will be dead. So, okay. Level 3. We need more health and we need heal in the army. Thing is that we need more health right now, and heal in the army probably a bit later. Let's take more health first. I need 100 to touch the city. So this is one quest, destroy intruders. This is another quest. Collect free evidence. Okay. Collect free curiosities. How much does it cost? 200. Okay, we'll be able to buy this unit next turn. We'll need some of them. My population, no, don't be there, be here. Or here. Okay, what do we do? What do we do with you? They are technically a peaceful army, no? So they're not supposed to attack me. I can attack them. Breach and attack. For experience and money. Let's try. Let them come closer. Okay. Nice. With two of them, so with two summons here and here, Horror and Pontinel, I actually might be able to take down these guys by myself. I think I can give it a try, yes. Anyway, I will need this guy who suddenly costs more than before. Not sure why. And they took away my curiosity. But why? And there as well. What's happening? Why are they taking all my curiosities? And there is nothing to do here. How can we possibly survive this ordeal? Quest failed. Which one? So, green science quest? Yes, I don't have any green science quest. Somebody pacified them. No, they are worried. Then what happened? Destroy solo Scrabble still exist. Collect free evidence unrelated. Collect to influence, this is from them. And okay, I'm not sure what happened. Okay, so this... Nobody stole my curiosity, it just disappeared from the map. So maybe this curiosity is also still there. Ay, all these bugs, why? Adamantine plate found. That is nice. Better armor. 45 health, 8 defense. 30 health, 5 defense. definitely better armor. Okay. Now go there. This is the last evidence and also a piece of equipment, which is very nice. And in 2 turns we can attach that to the city. Okay, let's do that. Okay, like that we can totally win it. Like, there is no problem whatsoever. Instant resolution says it will be defeat, but let me show you. Let them come to me. Yeah, very good that you are hitting the dude that is temporary. The exact dude I don't care about. Perfect terrain for this fight. Couldn't be better. Just couldn't be better. And that's it. Council Mir Tiabana, you have proceeded the confection as I knew you would. Opportunely so. Cannot read. For we have no great luxury of time. The dying of days approaches. So they gave me a unit. And I pacified the village. I won a lot of money. The unit is where? The unit right here in my army. Will they attack me? Hopefully they will. I will gladly fight them. Okay, now I have an archer, which is helpful. They have breaching attack, so removes 30% of defense of enemy units. So not only does damage, but also increases the damage of my other units. Obliteration. When attacking, applies curse defense to target units. Minimizes defense to 0. That is not at all bad. I might actually hire some of these units, since I won't have any archers anytime soon. And that's the end of my scout. Sad. Okay, so how much would it cost to build an estate? Say if I plan it here. It costs 250, so I can already afford it. But I want to join that territory first. So I guess I will wait for it. Let me buy these districts for now. Attack me, please. Yes, thank you. Instant resolution. No, I am not going to lose any health in this battle. Don't even try. Okay, no health lost, even more experience, and we can... Okay, that's a difficult choice between recording 25 health or giving utility to the army and moving further. Let's start by moving further, and then we'll do the other thing. Let's attach that to the city. Okay, we now got few more science dust. We need to build these things that cost 125. Beautiful. So let's do that. Let's do that. So my science income went from 10 to 23. Wait. I can build temporary bridges without this technology. I just realized. This is needed for the district bridge, for the permanent one, and to build the dam. So I'm not really interested in that whatsoever. That's nice. Okay, so let me grab that. And a fragile dawn. Gallardi is reborn. Leofric, Eugenius, you did it. Marquis Gallardi is back. Now we should proceed with the resurrection of as many lords as we can muster. Consul, I would strongly advise against it. Why? What cause unsettles your reason? Truthfully, I have grave doubts about Gallardi's resurrection. I fear the method might have left the Marquis somewhat enfeebled. Only time will tell. As you wish. This is your domain after all, but Leofric, remember the lords cannot wait forever. So I gained the unit. A blighted resurrection. Steward Leofric's reservations about Marquis Gallardi's resurrection are most pathetic. A terrible affliction besits the reborn lord, their life primed to be dramatically cut short. A grim mood takes Consul Tiabana as she comes to terms with the setback and the imminent death of a decorated, if somewhat pompous, ally. Leofric, I mean not to besmirch your reputation, nor cause your humiliation, but how did this happen? Resurrection isn't child's play, Consul. It is a difficult, perilous task. Setbacks are inevitable. Setbacks? Marquis Gallardi is dying. I'm sorry you needed to witness this, but Consul, please calm yourself. Marquis Gallardi is not lost. He isn't? Marquis Gallardi's original engram, his soul, we brought from Auriga, remains in the crypt in Dawnbreak. Before resurrection, I duplicated the soul. One goes into the automaton, the other remains in the crypt. Backup system. A fallback. Exactly, we can resurrect Marquis Gallardi again. But he will remember nothing of this time on Sayada. A blessing as much as a curse, I think you'll agree. Reassuring, yet horrifying too. I feel guilty seeing it, but I'm relieved the Morning Star had space for a few full suits for the likes of us Leofric. If I was in Gallardi's boots, indeed. Not to cast aspersion on your talents, of course, resurrection, as you say, is a difficult science, but I need it to work. We have a few allies on this world. None taken, and I will have it perfected soon. I just need a few more vital materials. Always wanting more Leofric, but our need for allies is great too. You put me in a difficult bind. What is the Lord's priority? Allies. Pacify 3 villages by any means and get 400 influence. Materials. Build 2 soul repositories and learn and get poison souls. Like useless thing. 2 soul repositories I will build relatively soon, but I would like much more 400 influence. That's a lot of influence. So let me save here as Last Lord choice 1 in case I want to replay it later. And I will go with allies. Pacify 3 villages by any means. I'm sorry, Leofric, much as we need the wisdom of Gallardis and the rest, we are too vulnerable at this time. We must gain power over those who might hurt us first. I understand. I will carry on my research regardless, with or without the materials. Just ensure you meet your other duties first, Steward. Always, we'll pacify a nearby threat. Pacify 3 villages. In quest. And what have your investigations showed? This may come as an unpleasant surprise, but it appears that the trees here have been fighting back. What? Trees can't fight? Nonsense. Watch your tongue. This is a world where inexplicable events are common, and powers that could drive the seas away could certainly do this. We got plus 20 influence on the city. I found a crystal. Where are we? Here. Crystal is an accessory, plus 1 intuition. Not remarkable. Okay. Pacify 3 villages by any means. I still have that pacification quest. This is only 1 village. I need to talk to Green Science again. I don't know why the quest was cancelled, honestly. So let's try to pacify them again. 2 more villages here. Wait, they needed me to fight somebody here. So if this enemy was destroyed, then the quest would be cancelled. But you cannot attack enemies that are for others factions quest, I believe. So I am a little bit confused. These guys, I want to no, I want to bring them under my protectorate as soon as possible. Actually, both of them I want under my protectorate. So I need the influence. Okay. Now that is the Lord's estate. I want to buy it. I can get to population from here for the cost of 15 influence. Chance of rebellion 30%. I don't want to play with these chances, so I will wait a bit. I need influence. Wait, I can build a district in here and it will be upgraded, right? Because it would 1, 2, 3, 4. It will have 4 neighbors. So let's actually do that first. And that second. Why did you appear here? You're so dead. You cannot even imagine it. Do I have a chance of flying away somewhere? In there. The settlement is less thriving hamlet, more decay and ruins, and you wonder why any creatures, even vicious lizards, would live in such dangerous, squalid conditions. Armed and plated, they seem to be geared up for war. But despite... I lost the line. But discipline is lacking, with 2 of their numbers engaged in savage fighting. Quietly, in a rasping tongue difficult to understand, the leader tells you they seek to re-establish the Solosk's once glorious empire, Varska, by rebuilding their fallen ruins. But every day they slip further into discord and banditry. The place reeks of blood and despair. Show us how I might rule this unruly mob, then we pledge ourselves to you. Build 2 units in Dawnbreak, unlocks notable, pacifies all the villages. Nice, I would gladly do that. So let's pre-plan the movement, so next turn I will immediately click the button. Build 2 units. Units cost 200 and takes 3 turns. Okay, we'll try to do it as soon as possible. Need that, so I would like a notable, and it will contribute in pacification of the villages quest. So let's see. We are going in this direction to talk to that villages that I saw in the fog of war. They are Gorogs villages, and there is a weapon cache. Listen first, Dust Lords, the tribes watch me, for I have promised that the strongholds would be ours again, the 100 tribes united as one, the glory of Saka. A grand promise. You're planning to do all this alone? The hags say the time is now, the tribes will gather. From stronghold hollows, the spirit of the deep will hear our prayers. Only one thing stands between me and Saka. We know little about the strongholds, but we can help your efforts, if we both benefit. Respect for the spirits of the deep stops me from taking trees for fuel. Their roots run deep, but you do. The fires of your works are always burning. Indeed, we have industry to sustain. Build a store for the fuel for my strongholds, and I will not forget it. Build 2 improvements in the Dawnbreak. Will give me a population and pacifies 2 villages, which is something I would gladly do. Problem is, do I have access to any improvements? No, I need to first research them. So it will have to wait a little bit. I would like to go grab this weapon before anybody does it. Now end turn and immediately click the button so nobody catches this little guy. And I have met a lot of, and they still caught up with him. No. Okay, what did we find? I did not see. What did we find? Curiosity collected. Found weapons, black gel boots. Bleh. Some of the most useless artifacts. Okay, I guess let's go there, build a bridge, and then talk to this village. What happens if we run away? We'll die. Well, let's die honorably then. Unfortunately, I have a single piece of health, so there is no way for me to survive. You lost this battle. Yep. Well, that's what you get when you spawn a unit with 1 health in the middle of enemy territory. Okay, this is a different text, but some workers found a strange shell in freshly turned earth, odd shape, unnatural shine, and covered in scratches. And you brought this shell here? No wonder the green signs are unsettled. Only curses come from the deep. Where do this superstition come from? I admit that the whole thing has been disturbing. Could you help me figure out what the shell's marking mean? I'd consider it a great favor. The markings are clearly ancient, but the shell looks untouched by time. Like the starfalls, changing tides, and strange monsoons, another thing no one can explain. By the way, not a single monsoon has happened yet, so... and not a single tide has happened yet. So this conversation is definitely premature. They might be open to exchanging knowledge. Propose one shared research to necrophage. It will give me Whispering Shell, which is not a bad accessory whatsoever. It gives you 1 defense per every attribute you have, so it can amount to quite significant amount of defense. Begin quest. So let's grab this curiosity next turn. To suggest shared research, they will accept with the following 120 dust. Does it matter which necrophage needs to get? Let me save it here. Because I don't want to spend this gold for nothing. Currently we have 28 research, so if I go to that necrophage and propose shared research, okay, we complete the quest. And our research doesn't change. Shared research +1. Okay. At least we have pacified the village. Assimilation effects are not notable. Clarust. 1 more village and we are done with the quest. Okay, let's explore a bit here. Basically, in retrospect, if I wouldn't find the capital right here on day 1 and I would go right, I would be able to find this area with a decent amount of dust, but no villages whatsoever, so not a good place to choose capital, and my next neighbor would be murder bugs, so bad choice. If I would go here, I would find very empty tiles with no dust yields. So okay, some science and production here, but again, no dust yields. If I were to go here, empty tiles with a little bit of production. So my real choice would be between this zone, this zone, this zone, where I'm again a neighbor to a different capital. So I believe that making my capital in the starting zone is the best thing I can do in this situation. Okay, rebellion still at 30%. Don't want to do it. Let's buy that. And this one will increase the will level up my city hall, so will be a big boost of income, and will give me more population slots. This seems odd, Leofric Vinci, I don't know. Indeed, the bridge is held by a group of either bards or brigands. They seem to be unsure if they want a singing competition or a brawl. That's interesting, minimally. How do the troops wish to handle this? I don't know. Half of them want a round of drinks and merriment. The others are spoiling for a fight. Do we eat or drink as suits of living armor? Let them choose. This is benefit for us all. The troops have some colorful marching cadence. Loses 1 movement point for 10 turns. For 10 turns, no. Time to clean the place out. Plus 10 approval on cities. Adds 10 damage. Minus 50% to host. 50% health? No, why? Stories. Adds 5 defense. Gains 50% more experience. Loses 1 movement point. What kind of choice is that? That's all bad. Okay, let's go for this. They decided to have a story and joke-telling contest. Apparently it was quite an event, unexpectedly creative and much easier on the medical stuff. So now we are tired. For 10 turns we lose 1 movement point. That's ridiculous. Ooh, this is glass steel. That is very good. I will be aiming for this territory after the first Tidefall, but I also need a bunch of titanium to upgrade my units. There is a village here, which is them, Green Science. It's the same territory, so the same village, so already pacified. I want first to take care of that. Still 30%, so we don't do that. Started a world quest. Linear solutions. Your army runs across small troops of daughters of Bor who have camped at this unusual spot and are arguing fiercely with each other. Ho, travelers, do you have a moment? We could use some help here. Go on, we have our own missions, but we can at least listen and advise. We are on a quest and have been ordered by our shaman to get to our destination in a straight line. When you say in a straight line, no taking the easy way around forests or cliffs. It's a proof of courage and endurance. A straight line across Sayada. Good luck with that. But we're stuck. Here, with a river we can't cross, and we agree that suicide should not be part of our challenges. Could you help us? Use action build temporary bridge in a good one time with one of your armies and get 100 money for that. Okay, in this place. So I can step here. I can talk to them. I think it's the first time I'm seeing the village of these guys. Hiding within their castles, the playful spirits known as the Xavius prefer games and puzzles to exploring and fighting. Though curious and friendly by nature, thieves and scavengers have taught them to be wary and distrustful. They have finally decided that they must band together and take up arms to defend their castles, a deed for which they are completely unready. You have a great warrior? Show us how you train them. Give us secrets of fighting and biting. So, yeah, they're a bunch of baby spirits in a suit of armor. Very well, small friends, we shall see if we can teach you the ways of chivalry and gallantry. Raise Duke Unwin Weybridge by 1 level. Gives me influence, gives me another level up and pacifies the village. Yes, please, gladly. And let me build a temporary bridge here to immediately complete the world quest that I have just gotten. That should be the 3rd village to pacify and should complete my faction quest, I believe. Build 2 improvements in Dawnbreak. No. Have 2 improvements, not districts. Okay. My bad. At least we went to Advanced City Hall, so now all our incomes are larger and we have more population slots. So now building a thing for what's it called? What's its name? You know what I'm talking about. The soul repository. So now is more reasonable. Where would I build the soul repository here? That's tricky. Without joining this territory, there is not such a good place. So yeah, I still need to grab this territory. Idle army. Something I can see through the fog of war? No, not really. %. This should make your way easier. Good luck to you. No offense taken. We would ask you to teach us your tools and talents, but our quest is urgent. We will spread word of your skills and generosity. As we say, may your way be difficult, but not impossible. Okay. So we can buy this dude, send this dude, and they claim in that. So I would like to go actually and raise the camp, because I like this territory as well. I would like connect it to my city. These are Tahooks. Hello, Tahooks. Game. 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 Okay. Escape seem to return the interface. A blighted resurrection. As the burdens of the early days on Sayada recede, a hopeful mood falls on Dawnbreak, swelled by the presence of resurrected lords, awed yet eager to make their mark on the new world. Consul Tiabana is mulling the Lord's strategy for taming this wild world when Duke Weybridge asks her to meet him without delay. Duke Weybridge, you look troubled. That's not really how we look, no? We don't have a cape. It's my hero, I believe. Consul, I have made an unsettling discovery. Yes? Down a chasm, I witnessed a mass grave of Lord suits. One of our armies was ambushed? Where? No. I took the liberty of undertaking a roll call of our forces. None are missing. Then who are these lords? That I am at a loss. I hesitate to speculate, but perhaps we weren't the first lords to arrive here. This is most troubling indeed. We should ask Stuart Leofric. He's been here longer than any of us. No, keep him in the dark. Consul? Anyone else with you when you found the suits? Nobody. Good, let's keep it that way. I want this investigation without Leofric catching the wind. Why? We don't trust him? I will see it that my steward is otherwise engaged. Overseeing the construction of a lord's estate should keep him busy while you secure the suits, Duke Weybridge. Build 2 lord's estates. Okay. Consul, we have subdued a nearby rebel, consolidated our positions on this world. Good, perhaps we can now secure those materials you requested. There is no need, Consul. The resurrection method is perfected. Then this is truly a day of celebration, a foothold on this world, and soon we will no longer be surrounded by the mere husks of lords. Okay. And they immediately turned it into a city. So I need to build 2 lord estates. Means that I need to have 2 pacified villages. And I have 2 pacified villages right here. So if I build a camp in here, I can join it to the city right away and build lord's estates there. But I don't have I don't have improvement to allow it, to allow extra territory to be joined to the city. Yep. So it needs to be a new city. Okay, this quest will have to wait. Do I still build a camp here? I think so. Let me think for a second. So, first of all, I want to buy this tile, this foundation, and order a soul repository here. Second, if I want to build a soul repository here, I need to be able to level it up, and it's not that easy. So let me then buy these two foundations and order construction of more merchants' houses. Communal habitations. So this is a good place for communal habitation. So let's build merchant's house in here. Let's build forum in here and communal habitation in here. This will upgrade these merchant houses to level 2, and I would need one other building in here to upgrade the city hall to level 3. That would be a very nice thing to do. Okay, so what do we do with you? We can fight the Gorogs for the experience and money. Manual battle. So we want to, they will be able to arrive to the forest, so we go here and call Xavius here, you get here, you get here, let them come into me. Okay. Shoot, breach and attack, go in here, go here, so fight. Okay, I mispositioned my units a little bit. At least if he runs through there, he will get free breach and free attacks of opportunity, so he wouldn't be able to arrive to the archer. So we'll be fine, absolutely no worries. With the king's lead, we take the first steps to reclaim my glory, but I hear whispers. You too were once part of a greater empire. So, with experience I leveled up, and by completing the quest, I leveled up again. Beautiful, beautiful. So, we want this ability to be able to heal. We want this to give extra damage to all of our units. And then we will want this one. So let me pause for a second. My washing machine has just finished. You might hear the beeping. So I will be back in a couple of minutes when I deal with the washing machine. Okay, and we are back. So the washing machine has been emptied, the clothes has been hanged where they're supposed to be hanging. I wanted this territory. I wanted this territory. So I need a new city. I need a new city, or alternatively, in one turn, I will complete this technology, and then it will take me 6 turns to learn the technology to increase the territory capacity of a city. That's a little bit too much. Right, I haven't decided whether I'm building the camp here or whether I spend another turn and go, for example, here, which is strictly better yields. No, it will take me 2 turns to arrive there, actually. Yeah, let's build it here. Is this a good territory to claim for a city? Actually, might be not bad, because look, I will need this territory after the Tidefall, which, by the way, happens in just a few turns, because I will need glass steel deposit, and it has 2 villages, so I can however, so I can build 2 estates and progress the quest. However, it has no dust whatsoever, so this is empty yields for me. That would be a better situation, but there is only 1 village. Yeah, at this situation I would rather go and build a new camp here, or if there is a fortress, claim this territory straight away, not by attaching to one of them. Because if I build a city here, it will be a very difficult city. Very little yields right away, so I will need to buy absolutely everything. It won't be able to build any improvements or districts. Then it is a difficult terrain on which it would not be, like, it would be quite challenging to level up my city hall, to build 4 districts around it and then upgrade all these 4 districts to level 2, because the spacing does not really allow it very well. So no. I would send you up there and see what can we do there, but 5 turns. Let's go this way, I guess. Right, we need to build solar repository before them, because it's faster, it's cheaper, and it is, well, very important for us. These two actually can wait, because I would rather build these 2 districts to upgrade the solar repository and get another primordial. So unit, okay, I'm not sure whether I need this unit or not, but I will need this, and I will need this, and then this. Okay. Unlocks unit specialization Palanquin of the Profane. So we have a ranged unit. Juggernaut ranged. Ranged 4, mind you. And it's Juggernaut, so adds 20% damage when conducting a siege, and adds 50% damage to breach fortification. And Juggernauts have more damage against infantry. No, against hero. When attacking a hero, when attacking flying, that's because they are ranged. Used to be more damage against infantry, as far as I remember. So, okay, them I will want. So probably at least a couple. Costs 750. Super expensive. But I do need them for a larger army. Shared research, and they pay me. Thank you.
Excellent.
So now let's see. Plus 15 science on extractor. Plus 5 dust on merchant's house district. Plus 1 dust on tiles not producing dust. That is good. Plus 2 science on solar repository. So that is definitely a very useful one. +4 science on capital and ++ science on laboratory. +10 science, +4 science per population on scribes, +3 population on... So that is something I would like to build eventually, but can be built only once per empire, and requires, of course, glass steel that we don't have yet. These improvements do not require any glass steel. -25 influence cost for found camp action. That is good. We are going to build a lot of camps. +5 dust if adjacent to river on district. +5 industry if adjacent. So that one improvement makes this territory much more interesting, or this territory, because it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tiles adjacent to the river. Can make them 5 strong tiles. But not yet, not yet. Right, I wanted this territory, so I wanted to attach it to the city, so that is needed. That is needed. In which order? Let's go this order. Then blast furnace is a good improvement, and then I want trading post and roads. +6 on dust on city hall, which by the way scales with the level of the city hall. So that is a strong improvement for us. And 50 dust on the city, which requires glass steel. So this is important. And then I think this one. And then I think this one. Something like that. Okay. Let's try to go through their territory. Maybe they will be nice enough not to attack us. And we have a new hero. Attacker, defender, caster, and defender. So we have no archers. Let's see. Dax Trister, +2 dust on district. That is good. +50% dust when performing a capture action on army. B. +15% dust on cities, +15% industry and cities, -25 approval. I do want my approval. +9 approval on city. Okay. That is just ridiculously strong compared to everything else. +1 might, +1 intuition, +4 dust per hero level in Haven, also nice. So this is just a whole lot of dust production. Otherwise it is an attacker hero, so we know everything about them already. Let's look at a defender hero. Might intuition, +5 health per hero level on hero. So this is appealing and intriguing for me because the health grows with hero level. Then he's a defender, so he has extra health from here, he has extra health from here, he has extra health from here, so he gets a lot of extra health. And then we combine it with these skills, so gets extra health for eliminating the unit, and this skill that I have been talking before, dealing 50% damage to himself and everyone around, with all that health, can become just absolutely devastating. So I am quite intrigued with going this way. Lost in the fray. When recovering health in battle, deals 10 damage to adjacent enemy units. Again, so you cast that, you kill some of the units, you heal of these heals, and you do more damage to them. So that can be just a walking bomb that annihilates the enemies. So I am very, very, very tempted, but this must be ridiculously strong. 2 dust on districts would accumulate to quite significant amount of dust. So this hero will be paired with this one, I believe. So do I want 2 attackers in the same army? I don't understand well having an attacker and a defender, because they both will have to be in the enemy faces, and the defender will always have higher amount of defense and health, so enemies will not be ever attacking the defender. They will always be focusing the attacker. So defender hero in this case absolutely loses its role. It becomes useless as a defender. So in that way I would rather have 2 attackers, unless I want to get a caster. Just for some ranged support. Caster skills are much less interesting though. So his only way to improve the army is the critical chance to non-hero units. That's it. While attacker gives damage to all the units. When using this skill, deals 30 damage to targeted units, deal 5 extra damage per determination. Restores 30 health on targeted units. Area of effect. I am not sure what does it mean. Does it damage enemies and restore health to friends, or does it damage and restore health to everyone? And so the idea is that you do the damage, and if it kills their units, then they're dead. If not, then you reverse to exactly where you started. So, on a bit unclear, and hence I don't know whether it's like strong or bad. When attacking, restores 15 health to adjacent friendly units and recovers 3 extra health per resilience. That is good. That is nice utility. Can be positioning him next to damaged units and healing them. But Let's go with another attacker. I like the Dust Trickster as a consular skill, and 2 attackers in an army is very strong. I believe their steering wards will stack, so they will increase the damage of everyone twice, and both of them being able to teach heavy damage is totally helpful. And the enemy will be like reasonably split between the enemy aggro will be reasonably split between 2 of them, so it's not that they will always be singling out one. So yep, let's take Mary Bridges. They can become friends. Equipment wise, you can get Whispering Shell. And healing. Skill tree. Let's give you extra damage. Okay. Mary Bridges. Before we join the army, let me actually give you this boots so that you just run a bit faster. Okay, ooh la la, I don't want to be next to them, so let me perhaps run away. As your soldiers approach the deserted camp, a sinister, disembodied voice echoes from the brush. The words are unintelligible, but the tone is reprimanding. Whoever set up this camp left in a hurry, perhaps also spooked by the voice. Exploring, you find a finely edged ring which, with the voice emanating from a large rock at the camp's heart. What is this place? Part of an ancient perimeter, I'd hazard. One of the soldiers found this, a journal, and looks like it belonged to an explorer who dropped it when they fled. Speculates that the ancients set up a guard and didn't want anybody getting closer. So that voice is warding off trespassers. Absolutely. In no uncertain terms too. There is a rough translation here. Restricted area, leave immediately. Military forces inbound. Not good. We need a defensive formation, straight away. Already done, but we should be okay. Everything I've read indicates that the only part of the ancients' defenses still functioning is the warning system itself. Well, slim pickings, but at least we won't have to fight some fanatical machines. Let's move out. Wait, look, there is a map too. It shows other sites in the area where they found similar warnings. By adding this location, we can work out the location of the main site. We have our next destination. Search ancient units, unlock notable guardian, +4 industry per territories on city, +2 citizens slots on city. That is a nice consular. So I would like to search these ancient ruins. And these ancient ruins are very much on my way. Okay, let's move further to the right. Hopefully nobody will be attacking me. You trespass on their territory, so we lords are very proud of our lands and we don't look kindly to trespassers. Okay. Well, not my fault that you grabbed the territory that I wanted to grab, but I do want to pass through, so please endure my presence for a little bit longer. Let's build a bridge while we're here. Okay, I can buy this one. Good. So, this is our Primordial Dust Lord. +1 dust on Last Lord population, +1 influence on Last Lord population. So, if I put him here and these two guys here as well, each one of them is now producing not 2 but 3 dust and 1 extra influence. And by upgrading the soul repository, I will be able to get another one of them. Still need to find a good place to... Ah, wait, I will join this territory, right? So if I place a soul repository, let's say here, I will have 1, 2 districts. Actually, I'm ahead of myself. I don't know if soul repository can be leveled up to level 3 or level 2 is the maximum one. So before I plan how exactly I'm going to build it in there, I can level up this one and see whether it will be the maximum level 2 or not. Okay, and turn. And the first Monsoon.
Sayada grows darker, stranger. This is not the world we imagined, lords of the Amber Plains. But during this deluge, we must stand tall against all this world throws at us.
So we cannot cross this river anymore. We have to go back. And it means that we can start moving towards that place, because that's where my immediate expansion will happen. And they build a camp here. and then there is a city. Little remains in this ruin. The site is overgrown. The structure collapsed, but flickers of golden light hint that it once held great power, and you sense you're being watched. Not much to scavenge. Whatever they did here is lost to the past. Let's move on. Council Mirt Tibana, your ring, it's glowing. Something's coming. Who has awoken me? Stranger, holographic entity. I am Council Mayor Tiabana of the Dust Lords. What are you? I am the guardian of this facility, as much as it can still be called such. You hold my key, but my memory banks have no recollection of you. Your key? The ring around your neck. Are you my keeper? Yes, I am. Then I am at your command. What was this place before it fell to ruin? A processing facility for native workers. I cannot tell you much more, so much is missing, cut off. After all this time, I'm surprised you've survived at all. I'm robust, and most pleased I have a new keeper. Although my memory banks are patchy, my cognitive abilities have not waned. I can organize, analyze. I think I have a use for you. I must confess my name eludes me. Then I will call you Guardian. Now, what to do with you? So this is a holographic entity, server of the Endless. So we will encounter one of these entities, Cerberus, on the path to awakening victory. Yeah. Okay. Let's collect more curiosities. And we have council seats. So, let's see. Minus 40 industry cost improvement. That is useful. Plus 8 dust on resource deposit. That is useful. Plus 2 dust on district. That is definitely useful. Plus 4 industry per territories on cities. Plus 2 citizen slots on cities. Plus 2 artisan slots on cities. That is good. Minus 30 specialization cost on unit. Not as useful. Plus 2 science per population of citizens. Minus 1 approval per population of citizens. Plus 2 science per population on artisans. Minus 1 approval per population on artisans. So this can give us extra science, which is nice, but also less approval, which is not so nice. I'd say let's go with this guy. So let me check. I have 117 dust income. So if I put minus 40, not 40%, just flat 40. Okay, that's not that awesome. So 117, I put this one, apply changes, 170, that is a lot. So definitely worth it. Okay, how still 30%. Still 30%. When will it go down? Does it go down with time or it doesn't? I believe it was going down with time before. If this time it is reset only by a rebellion, then it is less optimal. Should I try? I will try when I combine them into a single army, so I will have a little bit more abilities to deal with the rebellion. And we are being attacked. So we must retreat. This dude probably will be lost. Okay, these are blue bugs, these are yellow bugs. And we are attacked here. So this unit also might be lost. Okay. Let's give it a try. 30% rebellion. Okay. Now it's 50%. Oi, what are you doing here? That is a reasonably strong army. We got ourselves Seers. +1 science on outside of Monsoon. -2 dust on outside of. +2 dust on active Monsoon. +2 science on active. Ooh. These are good people. I don't even want to sacrifice them. Let me see. So, population scale bonus for Lust Lords. Altar of challenge, channeling +2 dust in population. That is good. +1 science on Primordial Dust Lord, +1 influence on Primordial Dust Lord, +1 dust on Primordial Dust Lord. How am I gonna get 30 of them? +10 science on Anomaly, that is good. +1 science on Unseeing Seer population, +10. Okay, I don't think I want to sacrifice them. I want to sacrifice them. Rebellion will unpacify the village, creating armies again. So I will need to rebuild the thing. By the way, if we go to the quests, no one has yet claimed this deed. So fighting the rebellion wouldn't be that terrible for us if we can so okay, I am tempted to try to attack both of these villages and then provoke a rebellion, and maybe I would be able to kill enough units quickly enough to claim this deed, and it will give me movement points on everyone, greatly increasing my mobility. So let me see. Okay. What are the chances that they will raise my camp? Oh. Dude. Are you feeling alright? Do you have any bad feelings against me? Okay, we are being attacked. Instant resolution claims that we win, but with heavy losses. I guess let's have a look. Let's have a look. So they will be the first to go. Okay. Let's deal with this one first. Let's bring you here so that more people are interested in attacking you instead of attacking anybody else. So kill him. Kill him. You won't be able to arrive there, so just attack him then. Hey! You were supposed to heal everybody. I don't understand. So, okay. if I kill him... Okay. So healing happens only when a friendly or enemy unit is eliminated to adjacent... Okay. So then it's just works a little bit different from what I'm held in mind, because by standing here I couldn't heal her. Would you mind if I reload the autosave, because I don't want to lose the hero like that because of just misunderstanding. So it means that I need to place them differently. A little bit. Okay. Let's see. So you go here. You go here and call for this guy in here. You go here and attack. Right, you cannot attack anymore because you had your turn calling this one. Kill. Okay, so okay, that healed us. Have a chance to kill this one. Good, that healed us. Okay. If I lose them, I'm not that upset. A little bit, but not that much. but I will not lose them. Okay. Nice. So we need extra health. We need extra health. Now we need to give you better armor. And for you, right, that also is needed. Okay, now you have 23 defense, you have 18. 45 health, 12 defense, 45 health, 8 defense. This would be better. Okay. Can I fight against the village and win? I am currently at 20. So if there is 5 units in the village, and I am capable of destroying them both, I can get this deed. If there are 4 units, then I will need a little bit more. The request is build 2 improvements, and it would give me a population, but let's try. Yes. Actually, let me save here just in case. Okay, 4 units. We can start on the back, so we can have a turn calling for a unit. So Xavius. Mighty Rangers. So these are the dangerous ones, and they are in the back. Okay, I don't mind. He exists exactly for tanking. I want you here for healing. Okay. That's all right. That's perfect. Now, you step aside. You come in. And we heal. And we got a nice... wait a second. Clock of the Dawn. Is it... Unleashed This is the special armor from the necrophages. I thought it is the one you get for the quest. I thought it is unique. It's super strong. It gives 1 movement points to all units of the army. And health regeneration doesn't work with us, but 1 movement point is enormously good. So let me equip it right away. 45 health, 12 defense, 60 health, 12 defense, 1 intuition, 2 resilience, and extra movement points. That's just incredibly strong. Okay, now we can learn that for even more movement points. Confirm. Now we will fight them next turn. It will bring us to 28 units, and then we will need to kill 2 more units somewhere. Seriously, what are you doing here? And the problem is that I won't be able to attack them. They are too strong. I need 2 stacks to fight 2 stacks. Hello. And what is the battle that I'm currently having, and where? Here. Yep. Okay. I have a lot of money. Can try to spend this money for something useful. So let's buy this. And it leveled up that. Okay, Soul Repository District level 2 max. So we cannot level it up to level 3. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. So in this case, okay, chance of rebellion decreases. It was 50, now it's 45%. So I will still click this button when my army will be nearby. Hopefully, if it will create a rebellion army, I can complete the deed before anybody else. Now, this is level 2. If I want to bring it to level 3, I need to upgrade 2 of the districts. 1, 2, 3, 4, so I can build something in here. And then something in here, and that should be enough, I believe. Expensive. Okay, so if it can only go to level 2, I don't really need to bother too much with where to place it here. I just need to have 4 neighbors for districts, and I can have it 1, 2, 3, 4. So I can place it here, for example. And then, yeah, okay. I'll think about it a little bit later. Ooh, ooh. Please attack me. Please attack me. Please. Pretty please. No? I cannot attack the village because they will reinforce, and I won't be able to fight 4 of them, oh, 7 of them simultaneously. So let's do that instead. Okay, let's try that dangerous maneuver. Shoot. 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 So you go there. I don't think this guy will be able to go around. No, he was able to go around. Okay. Sounds alright. Ooh, immobilizing strike. I had a lot of fun with immobilizing strike on Tahooks. Not sure I will need it here. Basically, Tahooks have the skill that when you attack a unit with a negative trait, it spreads this negative trait to all the adjacent units. So you can have a single unit, a single tank as your front line. It can immobilize most of the enemy units, and your archers stand behind and turn all the enemies in little hedgehogs filled with arrows. Okay. When recovering health in battle, applies Inspired to adjacent friendly units. This is strong. Let's take that. Okay, I hope no enemy will snipe this deed from me. %. Okay, it goes down by 5% each turn so far. So let me buy the unit. Now, let's have a look at the unit. So we are Juggernaut and we are ranged 4. It is generally higher range than any other starting shooter, at least on the tier 2. We have 2 paths. Path number 1, Life from Death. When attacking, restores health to adjacent friendly units equal to 30% of the damage dealt. This is quite strong. And if we look at it, this is the path where we gain in extra damage and lesser amount of health. So that allows us to have a healing backline. And next tier we go ranged 5 with 30% of the damage dealt healing to all the adjacent units. So this is a solid path. You gain in more damage, you heal in percentage of the damage, and you reach 5 range, which allows you to stay relatively in the safety of the backline. But secondary path, you get collateral damage. Deals 50% of the unit's damage to the target unit and adjacent enemy unit. So wait. Does it mean that the target itself gets only 50% damage, or it applies afterwards and the target itself gets like 150% and 50% is spread? And the second level you get collateral damage too, so 100% of the unit's damage applied to the circle, the central tile and 6 tiles around. Extremely strong, but requires second tier and the third tier strategic resources. Means that you're not gonna have it until turn 120 or something, or 140 maybe even. Second Tidefall happens way too far in the future, so probably I will go into range 5, high damage, high healing. Anyway, a strong unit. Okay. So far, nobody's trying to murder us. Let's hope we can run away. Okay, this definitely going to murder us. We need this. But it takes 57 turns and it costs 4,375. Okay, that is very expensive. We are paying the price for not having any industry whatsoever. That is better and cheaper. 238, I can buy it right now and we become jubilant. Plus 30% industry. 30% of 35 is not that much. Plus 15 science on extractor. We have no extractors in the area. Not yet, at least. So let's end turn. Let's fight them. Ah, wait. Am I being attacked by somebody? Well, anyway, let's first fight them. How can I distinguish between them two? This one here, and let's wait for that. We healed our archer. Good. And we can actually step forward and attack somebody. Do I want to do it? I don't think they would be able to run through the zone of control towards the archer. The zone of control and the forest. So let's actually do that. Okay, they were able to run, but they didn't attack the archer, so it's fine. And we will have full health at the end of this battle. And a nice armor. And a lot of money. And the deed completion. +1 movement points on unit. Yes! That is a good start. And yeah, what are you doing here? Have you come here to attack me? Probably not. Have you come here to build a camp in this area? So, we have a new armor, 70 health, 12 defense. 70 health, 12 defense, 2 resilience. 2 resilience, cruel defense. When eliminating a unit, gains shield. This is good. Determined intuition. When have 6 determination, we have 0 determination. So having 4 intuition is super strong, but not going to happen anytime soon. So we'll do that. We have no weapons. that I'm not actually give this one to her, so she has a way to call somebody on turn 1 as well. You instead get yourself healing flask. Yeah, why not? We have another battle. Yep, they attacked my scout. Nothing I can do about it. So 35%. I think I will be calling it a day here. We spent quite some time. We reached turn 30. Feeling strong. So the Monsoon is almost over. Then we will go grab this territory. We have sufficient amount of influence, I believe, to do so. Then we can complete this quest relatively soon. In 3 turns we will research the technology that will allow us to join this territory to the city and then build 2 estates there. I need to press this button a couple of times to get more populations. But I want to press it when this army is nearby. So let me actually use this guy to go grab curiosity. Anybody else who's alive? You're alive. Ooh. You won't be alive for longer if you hang out here. So let us actually go away. So nice to have 4 movement points. So I will click and turn next time. So that would be it for today. Thank you for your attention and I see you in the next one. Bye now.